Houston, our Matthew Seedorf joining us live again. Matthew, tell us what's going on.
Jonathan, it's not as peaceful as it was earlier. You can see, look at this, police. There's a lot of pushing and shoving. I don't know exactly what's happening, but it got really intense. There were a lot of rock throwings. There's still bottles being thrown as we speak right now. There's another bottle. We got to back up. We got to back up. It's definitely not a safe situation downtown. We got to back up, Richard, here. Richard, if you can point to this police car right here, this is kind of what started this. You can see there were people that were jumping on top of this police car and throwing rocks through the windshield. I need you to move. We gotta move. We gotta move. Hey, Richard, we gotta go this way. Sorry. Police are pushing us back right now. Hands up, hands up. So you can see that this situation is escalating. There's police officers on the ground right now. I'm not exactly sure what happened to him. Looks like someone's being arrested right now. You can see all these bottles. There's a rock on the middle of the road right here, if you can point at that. That is kind of what is being thrown at police as this car was stomped on. We're going to be out here, and we'll keep you updated. This is definitely not a safe situation right now. Well, Jonathan, it's hard to hear you right now, but things are calming down. I can say that. At least where we're standing anyway. We're not as worried about rocks and bottles being thrown at us. But Chief Acevedo is actually here right now.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We ready to go to the streets and get our route.
Are you ready? Which way you want? Which way we going?
Waiting on you. You marching with us? We waiting on you.
I'm marching.
Where's Ashton?
Hey, Ashton was really not doing too good. He got overheated.
This is all happening as we're here. So they're trying to figure out a plan, it sounds like, as to where they can do this peacefully. We were trying to talk to Chief Acevedo about just the violence that we've seen just at this scene tonight, and that's when he started speaking with these other protesters. You can see them walking over there right now. Is it all right if we go in there and speak with the chief? Is that okay? Thank you. Let's see if we can get through here and actually get some words with him. And you can see this is the busted out police car. Obviously, Chief Acevedo very busy tonight. There's another reporter here as well. Chief.
Excuse me. I need a.
Oh, okay. So you can see he's very busy. As looks like he's even gotten sprayed a little bit in the back of his uniform there. Again, hundreds of people down here downtown at this protest. Right now, it doesn't feel as organized and as volatile as it did earlier. But again, that's a good thing. You can see, Richard, if you want to pan over here a little bit, these are some of the things that were being thrown at police. Looks like we have a rock over here. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but that's just kind of what police were dealing with. We need to back up. Okay, they're still throwing stuff. So we're backing out of here. But again, Chief Acevedo is here, and things seem to be a little bit calmer than when we saw you about a half hour ago. That's good news, but we'll keep you updated. Go ahead and send it back to you.
To keep an eye on things. We just saw what appeared to be Police Chief Acevedo working with the protesters. Let's go back to our Matthew Seedorf for an update on that. Matthew.
Yeah, Caitlin, we actually, I know Natasha was talking about hearing someone on a loudspeaker. That was the police chief. He was in this cruiser here with one of the protesters. It sounds like he's trying to help them make this a little more organized in a fashion that is not as chaotic as it is right now. You can see him in the crowd with the helmet on over here with the talking to another protester right here. There he is.
Let's be real clear. The majority of the young people here are here to exercise their constitutional rights. But what happens in these situations that anarchists will get in the middle of people that are doing what they have a right to do, which is protest, and then they start vandalizing police cars, they start throwing things, and the key for me is that we are going to remain calm. We're the police department. So we are working now to actually start the march going in that direction. There's some people that say they don't want to march. Well, they don't have to march. But if they want to march, we're going to help them march.
Chief, what's it like when you see your police car like that with holes in it? People are still throwing stuff.
Hey, it doesn't. Let me tell you that we can replace that. But when you think about the death of George Floyd, you can't replace a life. So you got to keep it in perspective. Having said that, like I told the organizers, we will work on terms of First Amendment activity all day long, but we can't tolerate criminal behavior.
So I heard you're trying to help them organize What's the plan to make this a little more organized?
They want to start moving that way, so I want to see if I can make it happen. Hey, guys, I got to get to work. Sorry.
Chief. That's Chief Acevedo right there. You can see, look at his back. I mean, he looks like he's been hit by a couple of sprays of water along the way. As he rolled in on this cruiser a little while ago, you can see this is some of the stuff that was thrown at police earlier. Even some glass thrown. Looks like this is a piece of a glass bottle. So there were glasses thrown, rocks, bottles. A lot of the police officers out here aren't even wearing helmets if you see this. So thankfully it seems to be a little bit calmer right now. Again, we see Chief Acevedo still talking with protesters, trying to make this a little bit more organized and make sure it stays peaceful as we keep the night going on here. I'll go ahead and send it back to you. Hi, Jonathan. Things do appear to be calming down a little bit. You can still see there's a little bit of a standoff with protesters and police. The line of police out, protesters. I'm sure there's some civil conversations going on as well as some not so civil conversations. This is where the Houston police car was parked. It was jumped on, shattered, rocks thrown on it. We actually were probably just a couple of feet away during our live shot at the 5 o'clock hour with when they were busting out that police car, unfortunately. And you can see this is part of the problem. This is an apartment complex right next to where all this is taking place. So while the protesters were down here, the police officers, people were throwing things out of the apartment complex, glass and bottles. And obviously, like I was saying earlier, there's some police out here not wearing helmets, even media as well. We were trying to speak with a couple of the protesters a little while ago. You can see kind of the line as you right behind the police here. And we have seen a couple of people arrested. But again, things appear to be calming down from what we were seeing just a little while ago. We did speak with Chief Acevedo, who says that they do plan to hopefully make this a little more organized and more peaceful as the night moves forward. I can actually see right now, I don't know if you can see this, but some of the protesters appear to be arguing with some of the people in this apartment complex. I'm not exactly sure what's going on up there. There we go. But again, good news is right now things appear to be less volatile, but we'll keep you updated. I'll go and send it back.